Drones are kind of a must-have these days if you're shooting video. Figuring out which one fits your workflow, that's what I'm here to break down. I recently had a chance to work with both DJI's Mini 4K and the Mini 4 Pro. Depending on your workflow, your budget, one is going to be better for you. So let's take a look at these two drones. I want to start with the similarities of these two drones first. However, I think it's important to discuss the price difference because that often is the deciding factor for a lot of people. The Mini 4K is going to be the less expensive option of these two. It comes in at $299. Now you can get the Fly More kit, which is going to add 2 extra batteries with a charging base and a carrying case. I think it's worth it to invest in that because it's less expensive than buying the extra batteries. You're going to need the extra batteries, but nonetheless, it's going to be the cheaper option. The Mini 4 Pro is going to come in at $759, give or take. The Fly More combo is going to be around $1,000, maybe $1,200, depending on which variation of the Fly More kit you're going to get. What you get with the Fly More kit is the extra batteries and the charging base, the carrying case, but more importantly, you get the RC2 Controller. We'll talk about that when we discuss the differences of these two drones. Let's talk about what they both have in common, and that is their weight. They both come in at 249 grams. Any drone that is under 250 grams in the US, as of now, you do not need the FAA license to fly it. For hobbyists, if it's something you want to try out first to see if it's something you want to pursue for that license, it also makes it easy to travel with. Both of them were very small. This is how big it is folded up. They're both 3-axis gimbals. They both have raw photo support. They both shoot in 4K. They both have the same level of wind resistance, which is level 5. Both drones also have the return to home function. This is a very important feature to me. The reason I feel that this is a key feature in any drone is you're going to send it out and it's going to lose signal. You're going to have it get stuck in a windy environment. The battery could run low. Having that return to home function is a safety net, a huge safety net, because I've been in situations where I wasn't that far away from it. It lost signal. It returned right back to me, returned to home. Now let's get into the differences between these two drones, aside from the price that we already mentioned. First is going to be the color profile. On the Mini 4K, it only shoots in normal color profile. If you've worked with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, GoPro, the normal color profile is it's ready to go out of camera. You don't have to do any color grading. On the Mini 4 Pro, you are still able to use the normal color profile, but you get D-Log-M and HLG. So that's 10-bit recording. It's going to give you a little bit more information. There's a bigger sensor on the Mini 4 Pro as well. You're going to be able to retain information in shadows and just get better image quality compared to the Mini 4K. The other difference between the two is the ability to shoot in vertical format. On the Mini 4 Pro, you can choose the vertical format and the sensor will actually turn and shoot in the portrait mode. You can obviously crop in on the Mini 4K if need be. Now I want to talk about some major differences with these drones that were the determining factor for me as to which one I was going to buy. First is object avoidance. The Mini 4K really doesn't have any object avoidance. It only has sensors underneath it for the sake of landing. The Mini 4 Pro has sensors all around it. You can set it to either stop if there's an obstacle, avoid it. To me, that's a huge benefit, active tracking. The Mini 4K does not have active tracking. It also does not do master shots. Master shots is a really cool feature that I've been enjoying on the Mini 4 Pro. What master shots will do is while you have the drone up in the air, you select a building, a landmark, a person, an area, you highlight it, it will automatically record these different moves. It will do a rotation around the device, it will do a zoom in, zoom out, upside down. You don't have to do anything on the controls, it will do it for you. It does this in the normal color profile, but it's kind of cool if you're new to flying a drone. The shots are really smooth, you can edit them out. Usually takes about 2 minutes. The main features of the Mini 4 Pro that I like, that the Mini 4K does not have, is the active tracking. And what that is let's say you're flying around a water tower, select it, it will lock the camera onto that. So no matter what movement you make, it will keep that centered in the frame. It just makes for a much smoother looking footage. Another cool option is cruise control. The Mini 4 Pro has that the Mini 4K does not have. So cruise control is a setting that as you're flying it and you're controlling it, if you stop to recalibrate, it'll keep moving and give you sort of a fluid motion. If you're new to drone flying, as you're flying it, once you stop, it will just hover. But the cruise control will keep it moving. That leads us to our next big difference, which is this controller. Now, I believe you can buy this and use it on the Mini 4K. I'm not 100% sure, but nonetheless, this RC2 controller, to me, is the big benefit. The reason that it's a benefit is with the Mini 4K, this section pops up and you put your phone in there and you're using your phone as a monitor, which is fine. It has a plug. It's, for the 20 minutes or 30 minutes that you're flying it, it's not really that much of a problem, but it is. If you have your phone in a case, you may be using your phone for other reasons when you're out shooting. So it's just nice it's a better screen. It has more functions in this screen as well. Another advantage that I like about the Mini 4 Pro is the Waypoint Missions. You can do this live, you can do this ahead of time before you actually fly the drone. And what you're doing is you're mapping out like a path, like a map. When you have it in the air, you get to waypoint number 1 and you mark that as waypoint number 1. You then move the drone in the direction you want it to move in, mark it as waypoint number 2. You can then rotate the drone, move it to waypoint number 3. What is the advantage of this? So if you're new to flying drones, and even in certain conditions, you may not have the smoothest handle on the drone. So if you wanted it to go forward, dip down, then turn around, the controls are touch sensitive. If you push them in, they're going to move faster. There's speed response to it. What the Waypoint mission will do is give you a smoother course to follow. So who are these for? The Mini 4K would lean more towards the casual hobbyist, somebody who wants to learn about drones and try them out. If you're not into color grading, having that normal color profile is going to help. It's ready to go right out of the gate. Certainly, it's a more budget-friendly device, and if it's something you're not sure of, starting at that lower price point is encouraging. The Mini 4 Pro would be for filmmakers, somebody who, if you do a lot of video work, you're used to color grading, either D-Log-M or HLG. For me, I like, because this is still new to me, so having the active track, having the waypoints, having the master shots is very handy to have. Even though you don't need the FAA license for this, there is a trust license that you get for free if you just answer a few questions online. It's about common sense, not flying it in no-fly zones. Create an account with AirHub Portal. It's free. We're very close to an airport, and sections of where I live are limited or restricted flight zones. We're not close enough that it's restricted, but it's close enough that it's not, you don't always have permission. With the AirHub Portal, if I wanted to fly in my neighborhood, I would just send the request. The permission request usually comes back in a minute or less. It's just a courtesy. Don't ruin it for everybody else, right? I'm glad that I chose the one that I did, which is the Mini 4 Pro, mainly because of the smart return to home functions, which the Mini 4K has. If there's loss of signal or low battery, the Mini 4K will return to home. But for me, it was more about the obstacle avoidance. And then all the other features just seem to jump out at me. I'm curious if you thought of either one of these. Do you already have one? Which one do you like? Which one do you fly with? Are there any other differences between these two that I missed? Leave me a comment. I'd love to know. Happy flying, everybody, and we'll see you.